previous school, King University, and 2022 National Collegiate Women's Wrestling Champion. She took third.
And then Sage was also, Sally, the U23 world champion in 2024. So she's coming into this match, you know, ready to win a national title.
And Sage Mortimer, she has tremendous experience from wrestling on the USA Wrestling circuit, being able to compete internationally, getting folded into that culture, that team. So for her to be on this stage, Terry, I think it's something that she's used to. She's used to competing at high-level events like this.
No, for sure. Neither one of them are going to be awestruck by the environment they're in tonight. I mean, and you can tell this match has opened up from the beginning. Sally, the previous matches that they've had, they've wrestled at the Bill Farrell tournament. The score was 12-10. They wrestled at the U.S. Open. It was 12-10. And then they wrestled at the Olympic team trials. It was 16-6. So we're going to see a lot of points scored in this match.
That's right. And that keeps it exciting. It's exciting for the fans. It might not be as thrilling for the coach to see it go back and forth and to be that close. But from the spectator experience, we are here for it.
Looks like we have a knee tightened up a little bit. So let me just talk a little bit about Grand Valley State University. I mean, Jake Short, it's a first-year program. He went in there and he's built something awesome in 1 year. I think they're in the number 4 position as a team right now, and just done a great job of bringing talent to Grand Valley State. And it says a lot about the university and their willingness to support a women's program, but also about Coach Short and just his personality, and the athletes are drawn to him.
That's right. Grand Valley State University, they have been intentional about starting their women's college varsity wrestling program, knowing that athletes shouldn't have to sacrifice between athletics and academics to be able to wrestle.
And on the other side of it, we have Samara from King University, and King has predominantly been one of our top women's programs within the college scene, and you know, went through a little bit of a hard time this year. Their coach left early season. Coach Jason Moorman and Coach Gracie Figueroa stepped in and has done a great job of just keeping the athletes centered and you know, ready to compete at a high level.
Well, and let's talk about Coach Gracie Figueroa. We now have athletes that have themselves wrestled, are going up through a pipeline. Oh, look at that. 2 points for Sage Mortimer. Oh, she's got hip pressure in, looking to see if she can expose her opponent's back and turn her past that 90-degree angle.
And it was stopped. Scores 4-2. Samara made a motion as she was to make that takedown happen. And that's what they're talking about right now, the referees. Both athletes look very relaxed, though, as I look in their eyes and how their body language as they're walking around the mat. They look like there's a warning. So Sage has been given a warning, and they took 2 points off the board. They took it off. They felt that was the reason she scored. So right now the score is 2-2.
A lot of pressure. Look at Sage is trying hard to dominate that inner circle, and it's going back and forth between both of these athletes. They are really evenly matched. You are right in saying this is a match to be watching. For
sure. The one area that I know that Coach Short has been focusing on with Sage is just her defensive positioning. And I know they've talked a lot about it, and there was a great counter offense. Wow. 2 for Sage on the counter attack, and then another tilt by Samara right back, and the score is now tied 4-4. And I don't think it's the last scoring of the match, Sally.
I don't think so either. And the fans here in the Extreme Arena are loving this action. And this is what makes freestyle wrestling so exciting. The points that can go back and forth because of the moves, the tilts, the way that your body moves in this sport. It's a really exciting way to watch wrestling.
And both of these athletes have some very good throws, right? And so they're really never out of a match. I mean, I don't care if the score was 8-4 or 10-4. They're still in the match because both of them have very dangerous attacks, upper body, and are always looking for them if the opportunity arises. Well, we got 3 minutes down and nothing's solved.
That's right. That's right. If you're coaching Sage Mortimer over in the corner, what are you telling her?
Well, I think she has to get back to her pressure. She has to close the gap and get back and make contact. You know, Samara's got some pretty good shots off already, and although Sage has turned it into her points, I think that you don't want to give someone too many attempts, right? And Samara has some really good offense, and I think for Sage she has to close that down and shut Samara's offense down just a little bit, right? And find her own offense.
Yeah. And to understand, there's 3 minutes in this wrestling match, and it might seem like that's not a lot of time, but when you're out there, the lactic acid burns, your legs burn, your forearms burn, and you're really having to dig deep because on top of all of that, there is a level of adrenaline running through you that just makes you feel alive.
There's that pressure we talked about, but again, there's that throw. They never gave anything. It was close.
And Samara does not stop wrestling. She goes and gets that 2-point takedown.
She did a great job of chain wrestling, not just one action at a time, but putting 2 and 3 actions together.
Samara looking to get that trapped arm gut, looking to get some sort of movement on the bottom in that parterre to see if she can get additional points. The ref calls him up. 5-6 with Samara Chavez out of King University leading.
One point. The head touched out. Sage's head touched out, so Samara's awarded 1 point. Out of bounds point. Score is 7-5. Again, this match is still a long ways from being finished, but Sage has got to get to some offense right now. They called it a 2-point takedown. I thought it may be a slip, Sally.
It looked like a slip. Did they call it a 2? They did.
They did. They confirmed 2 points. Score is 7-7.
With Sage scoring the last 2 points. So if this match were to end right now, based on criteria, Sage Mortimer that criteria would be the tiebreaker. So the onus right now is on Samara Chavez out of King University to score and get a point, at least one. And Sage Mortimer pressuring her. Chavez knows she cannot get out of bounds. She can't lose that point and ended up giving up 2 points. So good work on Sage for being a bulldog and working to expose her opponent's back and not quitting.
Yeah, she kept a lot of good pressure there, and Samara tried forcing a duck under there and just got caught on it.
Another 2 on the board for Sage Mortimer. Looking to lock up that leg lace that has been made famous in the history of women's wrestling by Adeline Gray, who has been able to pull that out at every World Championships and Olympics she's competed in.
Great job of fighting there by Samara Chavez. Sage has really scored the last few points just with good pressure and, forcing Samara into some shots she maybe didn't want to take.
Samara's coaches are saying you got to go get it. You got to score 4 points, and that is possible in the sport with a 4-point exposure, getting them to go from their feet to their back. It's a throw, and that is her style.
The conditioning is starting to play into this match as well a little bit. Sage looks very confident, controlling the positions. Maybe I spoke too soon.
Well, this match is the match to watch. It is very exciting. Back and forth action. These athletes are so well matched.
They call that a slip.
Samara tried to throw Sage Mortimer, did not do that, and they're saying that during that effort of trying to get the throw, she's got a slip. No points. Samara getting cautioned. One second left. Sage Mortimer, the 110-pound 2024 National Collegiate Women's Wrestling Championships national champion.